With that, Mr. Reichert, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for being here this morning, Mr. Secretary. I was the chair of the Human Resources Subcommittee for a short while and was able to work with a rock star that you just hired, Rosemary Lahaski. So congratulations on a great hire, and congratulations to Rosemary on her future career, and good luck. Number one, I'm just going to whip through this real quick, not give you a lot of stats, but obviously we're talking about labor workforce gap. We have that in Washington State. We have a shortage of skilled workers from a machine shop in a small town in central Washington called Kashmir, from a high-tech business in Bellevue, Washington, one of the largest cities in Washington State on the west side of the Cascades. And I understand that that you have to have cooperation between the local and state governments to get this done. For example, one ridiculous rule in Washington State is a 17-year-old can't go to work at a machine shop because they're not allowed to operate an electric-powered screwdriver. So, how do they expect to get OJT? We have to look at high school, we have to look at trade schools and apprenticeship programs. Those are the things that you mentioned, and I appreciate that so much. The one thing I really want to talk about is veterans. In 1972, I was hired by the King County Sheriff's Office as a deputy with a 10% veterans preference. So for all of you, they're responsible for me being here in Congress today. You touched on your efforts like this in your written testimony regarding veterans. In particular, you talked about the enactment of the Hire Vets Act to begin recognizes employers that recruit, retain, and employ veterans. And you also discussed a new demonstration program. Can you talk about that demonstration program a little bit more, please? You have about 1 minute.
Thank you, Congressman. And so, yes, we the Hire Vets Act was enacted last year, but it was not funded. We found money within our budget to begin implementation through a demonstration project under that act. That project will, I believe, expire or end on April 30th of this year, and we've already had nearly 1,000, I believe around 965, give or take, companies apply and submit under that program so that they can highlight the veterans that they've hired so that the department can recognize them. And I think that the high level of participation for what's just a demonstration project right now speaks to the success that this program can have when it is fully implemented.
I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Reichert.